Week number 2 of the high school football season is just about in the books. And when you look back at scores from week number 2, and you go right across the top, and we're talking about the top teams right now in each class, maybe a couple of surprises, Dave Jecklin.
Yeah, Paul Blazer out of Ashland, Kentucky, knocking off number 1 George Washington 21-14. The Patriots really undone by 2 turnovers in the game, and the 27-game regular season win streak snapped. George Washington beaten by Paul Blazer 21-14. Look for number 2 Martinsburg to move up to the number 1 spot in AAA. The Bulldogs on week 2 beating H.D. Woodson DC 62-20, and the Bulldogs have 100 points in their first 2 games.
When you look at other teams that you're definitely going to hear from in Class AAA, Cabell Midland has to figure in. Morgantown has to figure in. And you still have Morgantown. They're going to face a Parkersburg South who's playing well. Morgantown has to face Martinsburg, who's certainly playing well. The Huntington Highlanders may be a team that just keeps rising on up.
Hayden Christian, a very good player, had a touchdown run in week number 2. So did Dante Hendricks. Huntington beating Spring Valley in week 2, 17-0. The Timberwolves, a pretty good football team, but they opened the first 2 weeks with Cabell Midland and Huntington. They're 0-2.
Class AA, no surprise, Wayne out of the chutes. First game in week number 2. They were off in week number 1 all over Chesapeake, Ohio.
Brandon Spurlock, a very good player, 2 touchdown runs, 426 yards rushing for the Pioneers in the week 2 victory, first win of the season for Wayne, 58-12 over Chesapeake. But number 2 Bridgeport beaten in week 2. The Indians stopped by Wheeling Park 14-13, a blocked extra point and a missed field goal, the key to the Bridgeport loss in week 2.
In the Metro News Power Rankings in Class Single A, there will be a new number 1 next week.
Yeah, look for Wahama to move up to number 1. The White Falcons beating Trimble, Ohio 25-12. That on the heels of number 1 Williamstown, really playing very poor defensively against Magnolia, and the Blue Eagles won 24-7 in week number 2. Magnolia 400 total yards of offense as the Yellow Jackets just could not tackle the Blue Eagles.
There you go. That's a recap of what happened in week 2. We'll continue with more in just a moment.